In this video, I'm going to show you how to change lanes properly with good observation. As you'll see, regular mirror checks and a quick sideway glance is quite important. And we also have to get extra mirror checks when entering filter lanes like this. But before we get into too much detail, let's deal with a few basics first. It's very important that you're aware of any road markings, such as directional arrows like this, that will help guide you into the correct lane. Be aware as well of the existence of pedestrian crossings up ahead, because you're not allowed to change lanes 15 meters before a pedestrian crossing. If you see that the road you're on is a one-way street and it divides into two lanes up ahead, make sure you start off in the left lane. Always start in the left lane unless the tester says something different to you. And when driving in multi-lane traffic, make sure you show good lane discipline. This usually means driving in the center of your lane like this. So try not to be too much to the left and try not to be straddling the center white line. Good lane discipline means driving in the center of your lane where practical and once it's safe to do so. When the time comes to change lanes, make sure that you check your mirrors, you indicate in good time, because indicating in good time lets the drivers behind know what your intentions are, and move across gradually once it's safe to do so. But you should also get a quick blind spot check, otherwise known as a sideway glance, before you move across, because there are going to be blind spots if you're changing lanes. Let's talk about those blind spots now in a little more detail. So if you're in the left lane, the blind spot is in this area here. It's kind of in your 4 or 5 o'clock zone if you're looking at it from above. If you were in the right hand lane, the blind spot is just here in your 7 or 8 o'clock zone. And these are the areas that you cannot see by looking in the middle or the side mirrors. So it's possible that another road user, like a cyclist for example, could be in your blind spot and they could be picking up speed as you're slowing down or going the same speed as you're changing lanes. And if you don't check your blind spot, it is possible that you could collide with another road user who is in your blind spot. And that's why I advise you to give a quick blind spot check whenever you're overtaking or changing lanes, once it is safe and once it is practical to do so. Then you should move across gradually, as I said, trying to match the speed of the cars already in the lane that you're joining. So let's have some examples now of me changing lanes from when I was out driving a few days ago. Now, shortly up here then, where the two cars are bending down to the left there, we're going to have a yield sign, as you can see. So I have to make sure I yield to the right here before I get down to where the lanes widen to two. So getting a few looks there, pedestrian crossing anyway there. So we're all good. Now, as you can see, the road splits into two, and always start in the left lane unless the tester says otherwise. Okay, so I'm going to change lanes now very soon. So mirrors indicate, mirrors again, looks all clear. Quick shoulder check before I move. And over I go nice and gradually, but notice the way I was checking the mirrors as I was changing lanes there. And I'll be coming around this sort of roundabout here now and just making sure everything is okay there, looks fine. Staying in the centre of my lane as well, showing good lane discipline. Coming around here. Now, so as I come around here then, I'll notice the road will split into two here just after this white van. So I must start in the left lane, checking my mirrors I do, unless the tester says otherwise to me. Moving out a little bit there, checking my mirrors. So the light is green, everybody looks okay there. Remember, I mustn't change lanes on or near a pedestrian crossing, so if I move over to the right lane now, quick glance at the shoulder, and notice the way I keep checking my mirrors as I go across. So now I'm going to be going from right to left, okay? So right to left lane here. So what I'm doing now is I check my mirrors, indicate. Now I check my mirrors again. I'm not going to change lanes near that pedestrian crossing, so I have to wait until I get after it first, but I'm giving people plenty of notice with my indicator. Now, double checking, quick glance, and double checking as I go across before the line went continuous there. So notice the way I didn't change lanes on or near the pedestrian crossing. I moved across gradually, and I indicated in good time so that if there was anybody behind me, they know what my intentions were in good time. So very soon I'm going to be changing lanes into a filter lane actually, to take a right at the lights up ahead. So the same principles apply. It'll be a filter lane, just something like that there, but further up. You have to double check your mirrors when you're changing filter lanes as well. Maybe not a blind spot. A blind spot might not be necessary, but definitely extra mirror checks, as you're about to see me doing now up here where the green light is. So check the mirrors, indicate right. So I can see the way the lane comes in there. Okay, now I double check the mirrors again as I go into the lane, just make sure my indicator stays on, down to second gear. So you saw there the way I double checked the mirrors there just before and as I was going into the filter lane, just to double check, just to make sure that, you know, in case I was slowing down slightly there, which I was, that there was nobody else going to come up over my shoulder or over my right side there, like a cyclist or anything like that. So always go to double check the mirrors there when you're going into a filter lane. I have made another video on overtaking and changing lanes, so you may see a link pop up on screen and you may see a link come up at the end of the video on the right hand side, and I'll leave a link in the description as well, and you can check out that video as well after this one. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll be back very soon. In fact, I'll be back on Saturday at 11 o'clock for another live stream if you want to tune in then. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.